What's crackin' dudes and dudettes? It's Ness, and we have got the first product officially from Earth Tau. We've got the Rock Salt versus Professor Paranormal Skirmish deck. Super duper neat. And there's so much to be talked about here. So we're gonna get right into it. This is by far so very, very exciting. My friend has made this game, and he's been working on it for a very, very long time. I believe it's going on 5 years or more now, and this is a big deal. So the first thing that we know is that this is Rock Salt and this is Professor Paranormal. These are the two leader cards that are going to be in this deck. You can see that this is a versus pack. Let's see here. So, become the super you are meant to be. In Earth Tower, you are a high-ranking super in charge of deploying teams throughout endless dimensions to deal with trouble before your rivals claim victory. In this, we're going to be getting 2 20-card skirmish decks, 2 leader cards, 4 location cards, 1 champion, and 5. Is that 5? No, that is 6 asset cards for customization. So they actually do give you a little bit of cards to mess with the decks, which is nice. And you can combine your decks and challenge your friends to war. So there is basically two formats right now for how play is generally done, and one is with 1 location and the other is with 3. So let's get into this. So this is something really cool that they did is with the box. So the box is printed on both the inside and the outside, and they give you some information. So they talk a little bit about how to get started. There's only 3 different types of cards in this game, at the moment at least, and they are the ones that comprise your deck, the location cards, and then the leader card. They have some good rules to live by that I'm a big fan of. This is a very fun tabletop type of game. We've got the playing field, so they kind of show you a little bit of how to set things up, and then you've got, before we get into the cards, we'll show this off. We've got leaders and rivals. So this is to show you a little bit about the cards and kind of what they mean. You've got your support level, which is kind of a resource to determine how much you can play cost-wise for the locations, and you can add to this support for your leader, or you can add it on specific locations depending on if you're playing war or skirmish. You've got the leader's name, so this one that they're showing here is Smash and Grab, and then there is a card number and an emblem for the set, which does show a rarity. Rarity in this game is not the same as other games. You're really going to be looking to rarity based on the complication of what the deck, or what the card does. So you don't have to worry about that. Asset cards, you've got a added support that gets added to the location that they get added to, or they get played at. Then you've got the ranking, which is the big number. You've got the special abilities over here, and then you've also got the different strength abilities, so body, aether, and mind. You've got a card number and an emblem also on that. The location cards, they say the same thing up here and down here because it is going to be facing between you and your opponent, so you can both read it. You've got the location proficiency. This is what they get scored on. So these ones would be scored on the body ability. And then it also has a location ability that will tell you what the location does. So pretty cool. They give you some of the rules, give you some of the explanation there on the inside of the box. Very cool. They print, they fold up. They're very nice. Very cool way to do that. So then we've got our leader card. There's Professor Paranormal. And you can tell all of the leader cards by the fact that they have a purple background. So this is on purpose because this is you're never gonna shuffle this into your deck. So that's super duper cool. His ability is that he may transmute instead of collecting. So he may transmute instead of collecting for the total rank of uncollected assets. Okay, so you can take one card, discard it, and it goes into the retirement pile, and then you can search your deck and tutor for this. I have not played with him yet. He is neat though. And he is also one of the cards that was originally in the beta decks that will get showed off on this channel. So these are his deck. These are the 20 cards from his deck. So we're gonna go through that first, I believe. So I have not seen a lot of these cards yet either because I have not seen all of the final art. So International Incident. So this is the new symbol for the event cards. This has got the Oracle ability, so it allows you to look at the top 4 of a target one leader's deck or retired area, which is their discard pile, and you can look at the top 4 cards and put them back in any order. You've got the Gun Show, so this one is good. It is a rank 4 card. Again, 1 support up here. And this is a professional. So, basically mercenaries. And she has the Halt 6 ability, which allows you to counter a spell that is rank 6 or lower. We've got Brent Bastardly, the first villain that we're seeing in this deck. Tax the Poor. Ongoing, if a leader starts their turn with the smallest hand, leech the 3 from their deck. Leech is mill. And then we have Archfiend, which I have also not seen his art yet. That is very cool. That has got a lot of tentacles going on. For the greater good, leech 1 from your deck, use its rank as X, and target leader drops X assets. Dropping is discarding, so you can really use this to mutilate somebody's hand. And he is a champion, so 7 is the highest rank there is. The 7s are not going to grant any support. They've almost always got a stat that goes to 11, and they are brutal. They are a big deal. So we got GI Exosuit. So we got a cowboy guy in a mech suit here. Pretty sweet. This one in particular is not. I believe it's Big Tex. It's not him. This is the mech suits card, which is the gear, and it does have distraction, which that allows you to retire this asset from your hand. Assets deployed this turn get 1 additional point in their body, aether, and mind, or mind. They've got the slashes because it's ore, because you only deploy your heroes into the game at 1 spot, like one skill at a time. Prism Beam is another mercenary, or professional, as the P stands for, with a Halt 4. We've got Insight, which has the Oracle ability again. Interestingly enough, I believe all of the Oracle abilities are always 4 cards, at least that I've seen. Second copy of Archfiend, so you do have a little bit of consistency going on here with some duplication, which is good for play. Confiscator, the Confiscator is going to leech. General Panic, that's a new one. Acceptable losses. Place your top deck face down under this asset as a power-up. So power-ups are kind of neat because they get played automatically and are going to grant that much power based on their rank to that location when scoring happens at the end. Combat drone, number 16. That is another gear. And it's got leech. All the leeches have leech too. Yeah, so both of these are leech too. So there is some consistency there as well. Ancient ritual. You drink this. This is another event. Leaders transmute their team in this location using their total rank as X. Replace with deck assets with total rank of the sum of X. Lobby this asset. Do not activate transmuted abilities. Okay, so when you do this, it's going to replace everything that's there, and that is pretty crazy. So this is a super fun card. And lobby means to exile it from the game. All right, we got a copy of Cupid. She is fantastic. Love seeing her because she is Halt 7, which is the highest rank. So you can counter anything from the Cynic. That guy is having a great day. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that man. Distraction. Same with the distraction skill. But we do have the nice 2 support up here, and it is a 1-cost villain. Magma Carta. BFF. Place a... Okay, that's greater than or equal to. Got it. I keep thinking it's an S. It's actually greater than or equal to. Place a greater than or equal to rank 4 from your admin on the top of this team as an ally. And do not activate the ability. So, you can play cards to your admin. So that's basically what you do is you would say take one of these and you would put it underneath your leader for the turn. And so then you would sum up the support. And so now you have 2 support next turn. So then you could take one of those from your admin and put it down. So that's pretty neat. I've seen the art, but I have not seen the card yet, so that's cool. And then here's Professor Paranormal's actual champion card, which is Bring Out Your Dead. Place any non-champion asset from your retired on top of another team face up as an ally. Do not activate its ability. So this is here's a champion that does not actually have an 11, but he is bringing more power with him, so that's pretty good. So very, very cool, very fun. That is Professor Paranormal's deck. Then we've got a location here, Soul Investment. I haven't seen this one before. Let's see. Meanwhile, in Soul Investment, fee is retire X assets from your hand. So discard, a number of assets. And add X global support until the end of turn. Okay, so this is a ritual basically. So you can pay that fee and you can play things that are even more expensive that turn, which is pretty darn cool. That is awesome, and then you will score on Aether. That's neat. So there's other locations here. There's supposed to be locations. So let's show off. Okay. So 4 locations. Okay, so they have the full arts of the locations on the backs of the cards, which is super cool. So this one's Scotty's Putt Putt. Scotty's Putt Putt. The team with 1 or more assets and the lowest total body score wins the Putt Putt. Interesting. Okay. So basically it changes the rules up for this one. Very neat. And we've got That crazy art, that's cool. Let's see here. Gotta make sure that like these guys are getting able to be read. So this is gate 0. During your turn, you may place an asset from your admin into gate 0 face down as a power-up. Okay, yeah, so I played this one. This is very cool. It definitely messes with the game quite a bit. And then I love this art so much. You get to actually see some of the characters here. You got, and they are hanging out at the bar where I believe she works. That is, the bar is called the Crown, and mimic the ability of the location indicated by the arrows as if the crown is that location. So what's interesting is this card, I believe, has to be played on the, I believe it has to be played from the middle to be able to mimic both sides, which is kind of neat. So this one definitely messes with the game a little bit because one person is going to be scoring or doing different things on this than the other person. So also very, very cool. Our next hero is Rock Salt, which has 2 support, and Rock Salt has Oracle 4 if you deploy using Mind. So that's pretty neat. Gotta say, super fun. I just like all the dudes in the background. They're crazy eyes. Let's see here. So I think this is the deck for Rock Salt. So we've got Lady Liberty to start us out. Just a vanilla character. Still strong, still level 4. Got pretty good stats. Does add 1 support. Level 3 for the King. King Shadow Mel. Mel. That'll cost you after a leader collects, so draws X, they leech X from their deck. Neat. And so that one's a reaction. So if he's out, I guess that triggers. He has to be the top card on a stack to do that, though. Rick Shank is another one of the kind of vanilla characters with really good stats. Super Toro, this guy is gonna mess some stuff up. His ability is super duper powerful. You can turn him face down as a power up, so in other words, it scores on rank, and you can retire any top asset. So you can basically discard anything that's out there as long as it's the top card. So he is super duper powerful. If you don't do that with him, you're probably going to end up scoring more points because he's only rank 5, but his ability is just too strong. Miss Cortex, super duper neat art. I got to show off the art for her on the shorts video. Virtually identical. Target top asset in this location, mimic the targeted asset's ability. That's pretty cool. Also a rank 6, which is pretty darn strong. Then we've got Meister, collect target leader collects 1. So, you know, gotta have good 1-drop draws. Always nice. Dr. Jealousy. What about me? Reaction: if a rival collects or drops, you collect or drop the same amount. Stupendous. His Super Stew. His name must be Stuart. That dog is gigantic. That or he is really high in the air. Licorice Whip. Ooh. Okay, I haven't gotten to see the actual art for this card yet. I didn't hear no bell is the ability. Place an asset from your retired face down under this asset as a power-up. Scores on rank. Oof. Such a good card. Love playing this card. Because you're just putting down some heavy hitters for sure. Again, a champion. We've got duplication, so the confiscator. So we do, the nice thing is with the cards, so the maximum you can put in a deck is 3. So we've got 3 copies of this card now, which is cool. So we have a playset of that one just from buying this deck. Triceratops. This guy, man, he's a human Triceratops. If that doesn't bring back Ninja Turtle vibes, I don't know what does. But he's also got the best name, and he also leeches. I like that he's got double support. Mint Heist is an event. Leech 2. So this is apparently the Denver Mint. That's funny. So a lot of this set takes place in Denver, and I think the majority of this set takes place in Colorado specifically. So that is something super duper neat. Penstroke. Penstroke is also an awesome card. Halt 6 is solid for a 4-drop, and those stats are solid. A duplication of Miss Cortex, which is awesome. Matsudo Care Package is a gadget. So, wow, that's a lot of ether. That's not bad. Collect target leader collects 1. I love the draw cards, and for our level 6 here. So we did not get the champion rock salt, if there is one. I don't think. Our champions are Licorice Whip. Just Licorice Whip on this one. Okay. So maybe there's more of the deck below. This is Dr. Captain Man. His ability is Assistance. Portal 2 assets from this team to other teams. Ongoing. Retire any asset portaled on top of this asset. Okay, so you can discard cards. Portal 2 assets from this team to other teams. Okay, so they can't. You probably don't want to portal them on top of them. But maybe you do. I don't know. We'll figure out how he plays more as more cards come out. So this one's cool. We actually have a number of. We have the deck lists. So if things get shaken up, you will have these to reference, which is pretty nice. Do like that. And then, all right. So this, unless I'm thinking. I don't know if it's just how they came out. So we've got palette swap. So looking like Mr. Amazing there. But definitely rocking the lighter colors and the lower cost. Pylon is another Halt 7, which is fantastic for a stage 5. Door Girl is huge. Yeah, Door Girl is fantastic. Bring some friends. Place your top deck face up as an ally on top of this asset. And that Aether score is super duper strong. Mr. Amazing, there's our champion, who is super duper good. We've got some rocket boots, which do the distraction thing, but give huge support, so that's nice. Call sign, also given huge support. Let's see here. Dreadnought, this is a new card. Also having the leech ability, very strong, definitely a level 6. Okay, Snapdragon. This is an important card. Snapdragon is a level 7. If I see you first, notice of termination. Target a top asset in this location. Retire all copies of the target in all locations, teams, hands, and decks. So this is kind of neat because you can, if you are worried about somebody else using this, you can target herself and retire everyone's stuff. Or you can hit whatever's across the board from you if you think they've got multiple of them. Babbitt is, she has the ability Slippery When Wet. All leaders have a hand limit of 5, drop all excess assets at the end of their turn. So this is only active when it's the top card, so it does help though. Behind the scenes motivation. So this is the first time we're actually seeing the spy ability on a card in this box. You get to target one, reveal team or hand, and look at the target. So this is actually really nice because once something's covered up, you're not allowed to look back up at you're not allowed to look back at it. I think except for discard piles and like you can like the number of cards and like you can know the number of cards in hand, things like that. Got another duplication of Mint Heist. Yukon is a halt 5. And there's our level 6 Rock Salt. Rival team or hand, look at the target. So, yep, same thing with the spy ability. Also not with an 11, but still very, very, very good. But this is also a level 6. Level 6, not a champion. Not quite there yet. Visiting Hours. This was another art that I got to preview with the last video. It's just fantastic, man. Right there, you're getting to see some art, and level 1s with 2 support are great. And Paid Vacation, that's fantastic. This is the first card we've seen that is not Dr. Captain Man that has the portal ability, so that's pretty cool. And that is it for what is in this set. Very, very cool. Very happy to get to open this and share this with y'all. We've got, so many cool things happening with this. I'm gonna have to obviously split this up into the different decks so that I can play, because I know that there are extra assets in here. And we'll open up the next deck in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, check out more. There's more coming up right now.